WWE must avoid this big Charlotte Flair mistake. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that mistake is and why they cannot make it. Look, Charlotte Flair is on her way back. In fact, she could leave she could make her return at any point. Charlotte Flair has been out the game since December. Think about that. December of 2023. Torn ACL, MCL, meniscus. She has continuously updated fans on her status through social media, hoping that their top star will return in the near future. Now, we knew when she got the surgery that she would be out of action for 9 to 12 months, with a lot of people anticipating that she would return earlier than expected, potentially following the footsteps of others who have been able to do it. Now, that timetable has actually come true. Okay, she's been out for a year now, but there had been reports that, well, she could make her return at Saturday Night's Main Event. Well, that didn't happen. Well, she can make her return here. She can make her return there. And it really doesn't matter when she makes her return. Heck, she could have made her return by the time you hear this video. The point of the matter is, there is one thing they just can't do, because they've done a lot of good with Charlotte Flair over the years, making her one of their top female stars, booking her in high-profile situations against high-profile individuals with high-profile championships on the line. Heck, she was part of the first ever women's WrestleMania main event alongside the likes of Mercedes Moné, that was the following year, or that was 2 years later. It was with Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Mercedes Moné headlined it with Bianca Belair. So, to get that straightened out, Charlotte Flair will be returning. She will be returning in a top way, in a top spot, as a top star, and fighting top stars that align with her for top championships. But there's one thing that they simply cannot do, and I'll tell you this. That is this. You cannot have her make her return as a babyface. Under no circumstances shall this woman return as a babyface. I understand that she was a babyface before she got injured. Okay? I understand that she is going to have some sympathy among fans of like, wow, this person came back from a torn ACL, MCL, and a meniscus. That's impressive. I'd like to root for her. Here's the problem. She isn't a very good babyface. She's not a natural babyface. Okay? Even in interviews outside of the character, not super likable. I'm sure she's a nice person, but she just doesn't come across that way. Okay? She's better off as a heel. It's no different from her father, Ric Flair. I don't think Ric Flair is a very likable individual, right? From his stories to the way he treats people to the way that he carries himself. I don't think he's a likable person. So don't try to force it, right? If she's not a babyface, don't push it. Boom. There you go. You avoid a problem. You avoid a situation. You avoid a conflict, right? She's been out the game for a year now. There are plenty of top baby faces in this company that she can work with. There's plenty of heels that she can work with, but why? Why do it? There's not a need for it, right? More importantly, she has found her most success as a heel. She's better off as a heel. She gets over more as a heel. She's just a heel, right? It's no different from, like, I understand Triple H has been a babyface in the recent years because his running of NXT and obviously on the main roster, but it's like, he's better when he's an active in-ring performer. He's better off as a heel. There's just people out there that are. And so if you look at it like that, then why fight it? Why go upstream when you don't have to, right? The fact of the matter is, Charlotte Flair's a better heel. So book her as that. Go with what works. If you know something that works and it's established, why don't you just follow the trend? That's what they should do with Charlotte Flair. Now, who she feuds with when she returns, what brand she's on when she returns, we shall see. Maybe we already know by the time this video comes out. But in terms of just booking, if I'm WWE, I'm going to reestablish Charlotte Flair. I don't know if I put her in a top-tier feud right away. I think, in fact, because if you recall, she was cooling off towards the end of last year. She wasn't a top-tier star, in my opinion. There was something missing from her character, and I think it was because she was booked as a babyface, because she's not a very good babyface. And if you look at it like that, it's like, okay, well, we need to reestablish her. We need to reestablish that Charlotte Flair is a true top-tier talent. that can go out there and can win championships and can beat our top stars and can headline premium live events. That's what they got to do. They and as I know this is going to sound weird. They have to reestablish her as a heel because she's been booked as a babyface like what, since 2022? Like this ridiculous long. They can't help themselves. They look at a situation and goes, that's working, but maybe we can change it. And it's like, why are you changing it? Well, we want to. And it's like, no, you don't. It's no different from like Steve Austin of, hey, he's your top babyface in the company. Yeah, we're going to turn him heel. Why? Well, he's getting a little bored. And he feels like he's getting a little stale. Well, why don't we do something to help him with that? Let's give him better creative. Let's give him bigger and better opportunities. Nah, we're just going to turn him heel. And it's like, ugh. Why? It was the biggest mistake of his career. He admitted that outside of like walking out with the whole King of the Ring debacle with Brock Lesnar in 2002. But it's like, ugh, what are we doing? What are we doing? So when it comes to Charlotte Flair, bring her back as a heel. Have her go out there, have her feud, with an upper card, mid card type babyface. Have her get some wins on television. Have her go out there and talk about how great she is, right? And then you can put her in a top spot. Because make no mistake about it, this woman will break the world title record. She will become a 17-time women's world champion. She will set the bar. She's going to surpass her father. She's going to surpass John Cena. In fact, she's going to surpass them in a huge way. I mean, they're not even going to be able to touch her. That's how many world championship reigns this woman's going to have by the time that she ends her career. Make no mistake about it. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of who's she going to beat, what titles is she going to win, and how long is it going to take to get there, right? Charlotte Flair is the poster child of this company. People always talk about it with Roman Reigns. It's Charlotte Flair. And at the end of the day, I can understand it. I get it. I support it. She looks the part. She acts the part. She talks the part. She wrestles the part. She got her character down. One of the best promos in the game. One of the best in-ring workers, not just female, but in all of wrestling that I've ever seen. Her in-ring psychology is money. She's it. She is Charlotte Flair. She has surpassed her father a long time ago. And obviously, she's not going to have the legacy that a Ric Flair does. Ric Flair is one of a kind. He's a once-in-a-generational type talent. But man, is she good. As long as, once again, everybody say it, as a heel. If you book, and her father was no different, right? And her father was a better heel than a babyface. If you book her as a heel, she will do just fine. She will do more than fine. She will be one of the best to ever do it in this industry, and she will have one of the best runs in recent memory if you book her as a heel.